Okay, folks, I wanted to check in with you. I get a lot of questions, especially this time of year, end of February, 1st of March. Is winter over? Can I plant my garden? Can I spend money on plants for my landscape? What's the deal? Well, winter is not over. We're going to get cold again, it looks like. We might see a freeze next week, like the first week of March. It's too early to tell exactly what the temperatures are going to be, but I wanted to give you a heads up, and here's what's going on. Although it's chilly and rainy here on this Monday as I'm updating this, it's still full-blown winter. Arctic air stretches all the way into southern Kansas, where it's 13 degrees, 7 in Omaha, Bismarck's -1, Rapid City -4. And so they're going to get plenty of snow during this coming week. That will be important. That's why I'm showing it to you. They'll have fresh snow on the ground across the northern and central plains now through Saturday. Up north in Canada, it's still full-blown winter. Churchill 17 below, Alert's 28 below, Coral Harbor's 20 below, Big Trout Lake's at 13 below. So there's cold air here. It's even colder in Siberia. We spin the globe, northern Russia, Belaya Gora's 28 below, Zhrianka's 21 below, and it looks like a cross-polar jet stream flow is going to set up. So what does that look like? Well, so here's Monday's jet stream, and you can see that it's reaching up. The northern branch has a big kink in it. It reaches up into Siberia. It's going to grab some of that cold air, bring it across the Arctic Circle, and put it into northern Canada. That's on the doorstep of the United States. So watch how this pattern stays with us most of the week. This is through Thursday of this week. Still a cross-polar with the northern branch of the jet stream. These are winds up at 34,000 feet. At this point, that will begin to plunge cold air into southern Canada. And as we head into early next week, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, see the big smiley face? That's the jet stream taking a big dip all the way down to the southern states, and that should allow and open the door for cold air at the surface to come on in. So what is that going to look like? These are surface winds on planet Earth. Here's the forecast. So we'll begin up in Canada. This is Wednesday, middle of the week. Surface low pressure forming right here. So again, these are winds down here where we are walking around. Surface low forms in Canada. That begins to pull that cold air at the surface southward toward the Canadian border with the United States. That's Wednesday. Going into Thursday and Friday, see the cold air follow it. It's plunging all the way down into the central, even southern plains on the Kansas-Oklahoma border. As we head through the weekend into Saturday evening, that's when our winds in Houston begin to shift to the north. So that will be when our temperatures begin to drop, and it should be a noticeable drop. This will be Arctic air. But what concerns me is as we look at the surface wind forecast going into Sunday and Monday, this is the 2nd, 3rd, 4th of March, look at how this surface cold air plunges all the way across the entire stretch of the Gulf, all the way down into southern Mexico. Now, in order for that to happen, that air has to be very cold and very dense. So the computers are thinking that's what's going to happen. And if that plays out, that's the type of weather pattern that could bring more temperatures near freezing early in the first week of March, which is early next week. So this is the way it looks in the extended right now. Now I'm going to be very conservative with the numbers. Now we're mild and wet all work week long. We're getting used to that. Maybe a little bit of sun peeking out Friday and Saturday. And then Saturday night into Sunday, temperatures start getting cold. So I've got us in the 40s, turning much colder on Sunday. That'll come with the north wind. And then next Monday, I've got 30s and 40s, and I've got us at 36. So I've got us here above freezing, but I have to tell you, those numbers may change, and it may be Monday night, Tuesday morning when we see temperatures, boy, at least north of I-10 with a freeze, maybe more than that, as you saw that forecast for those surface winds plunging all the way to southern Mexico, all the way across the Gulf. That's unusual. So that's what we're looking at, warm and wet until early next week. I have not planted my spring garden yet. If you have to do it, be prepared to cover it up just in case we do get some freezing weather the first part of the month of March.